Buddy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Juujika no Rokunin chapter 212. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Vigilante, Boku no Hero Academia Legals, Fire Force Season 3, and Witch Watch, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, last chapter of Juujika no Rokunin, well, it was just in time for Pride, let's be real, because we got Momoki's backstory, and it was goddamn heartbreaking. Oh my god. And something that I think we all realized, too, with this one, is that Kyo has essentially psychologically groomed everybody in this story. And the only one to kind of like, in a sense, kind of overcome the grooming to an extent so far is Aruma. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because Aruma is essentially broken, but let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled, It's My Fault. So right now we're in the auditorium. Everyone's cleared out. We have Kyo sitting on the stage. Momoki is on the floor with the mummified baby. She has fucking, speaking of people that are broken, she's definitely broken. IG, he's done for. Dude, he was already dead! Kyo-chan, all our members are awaiting your immediate response. Law enforcement will arrive soon. What should we do? Our game ended halfway through its run. Doesn't this sound very familiar? The game ended halfway through as well, the previous game. The rock, paper, scissors game. Where you had Grandpa and Kakeru die. You also had Kaname die. And the only, well, in this case, the only survivors of that game, you had Ando and Kyo. And you also had Jun survive too, but Jun was taken. And I feel like the Jun of this situation would be Momoki. Because remember, Jun was extremely traumatized. So yeah, that's what it seems like to me. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I let Shun get away again. I love that he's touching the scar. Because remember, prior to Aruma running away, he got that scar from Aruma. But just like before, Aruma was broken. But also, it wasn't just here, though. It wasn't just like it was back at the, when Kakeru and Grandpa died in front of them. No. It was like this one other time. And we'll get to it in a second, where it looked like Aruma was this broken. Judging by his face, it doesn't seem like it can play with him anymore. For now. For now, Kyo, you are underestimated. You already underestimated him before. It's going to be a pain to look for a new toy to play with. Kyo, you are dumb as fuck to underestimate Aruma like this. Store is closed for now. What's next? See, he says, what's next, Shun? So now we're seeing the group run, or move. So we got 3 girls remaining now. We got Uda, Kawada, and Reo. My girl, Reo. Let's hide here for now. Oh, that broken face. So, what now? Any other plans? First things first, we'll have to call for backup. All our officers must have been confined somewhere. Shun, we gotta treat that leg of yours. I'm sorry. Shun? Now we're getting into the PTSD of it all. Help me! Help me! Help me! Aruma-kun, I can't hear anything. Chizuru, I'm here, Chizuru. Dude, that was... Aruma, I love you. Azuma kept suffering and suffering. She was not suffering! Like, this is why I'm pissed she didn't die in the Chun arc. Because that, what she went through there, that was suffering. And speaking of, just call me Chizuru. She died without having her wishes fulfilled. It's all the same. Yeah, it was. That place and that time. They died. They died. They died. They died. Dude, this page is great. With all the blood and all that. They died. They died. They died. They died. Yep. Oh. This is beautiful. It's all my fault, dude. This page. But the last time Aruma looked this broken was back in the Chun arc when he thought that Azuma died, that brutal death. And let's be real, that was foreshadowing what the transformation we are going to see here. That's what it's going to be. And it is going to be beautiful. Because remember, back when that happened, way back when that happened, when Azuma died, he looked in the face that broken. He did. And he was screaming too like this. Shun, it's over. I have nothing. Yeah, I have nothing. And his hand is clenching. Yeah. Falling into the deepest depths of despair. Will it just end here? No, it's not. Because something that happens, and you know, I got to compare this to the hero who seeks revenge shall exterminate with darkness, which I'm going to start covering again too. It's because we saw the same thing with Raoul. He had everything taken away from him. He lost everything. And he was executed in front of the people he saved. And he became a demon. And we're going to see that here with Aruma. He's not going to become a literal demon, obviously. He's going to figuratively become a demon. And that was foreshadowed. Again, that was foreshadowed back in the Jun arc when he thought Azuma was dead. We're going to get something beautiful here. We're going to see, and I have to wonder in a way if that's, and I've been theorizing it for a while. No, what I theorized originally is that Kyo wanted to be killed by Aruma, because he wanted it to be able to kill without a motive, and he wanted to be killed by someone with a motive. Well, this is going to be even more interesting because in terms of like a parallel or a yin-yang motif too, and it's going to be manga Illuminati in this case, is that you have someone that is unfeeling and a demon in that right, if you think about it. Then you got the opposite with Aruma, who is basically going to be figuratively, metaphorically giving up his humanity. That's what he's doing. He's giving up his humanity to get his revenge. And it's kind of, again with Kyo, Kyo was barely human as it is. He was. And we're seeing it, and that's what we're seeing with Aruma. We're seeing him give up the rest of his humanity. The rest of his humanity is gone. It died with Chizuru. Or with Azuma. It died with Azuma. So I'm like, his nails popping off. Yeah, we're getting a demonic awakening from Aruma, again metaphorically. And it's go back to the Jun arc when Azuma died. The fake Azuma died. That demonic awakening was a sneak peek of what we're getting here. But it's worse here because it was where this took place was the same place that he lost, his grandpa, he lost his brother Kakeru, and he saw Kaname, and obviously Kaname died too. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And you can make the argument that Aichu kind of triggered that PTSD in a way because, Kakeru was his younger brother. So Aichu being, a baby, you can make the argument that kind of triggered it too. But yeah, he's about to become a monster. And I can't wait to see it. I'm very curious what you guys think. What do you guys think about this chapter? What do you guys think of this? Like when this pose that Aruma does? Like, I feel like that is that moment where that is like that little bit of remaining humanity is gone. I can't wait to see Kyo's reaction to it. That's going to be very interesting. Because Kyo, in a way, I got a feeling that Kyo is going to kind of be like the Setsuna to Aruma's Oma. Because in Kengan Asura, Setsuna wanted to be killed by his god, his demon god, Oma. And I feel like we kind of have that similar situation here where Kyo wants to be killed, subconsciously maybe, but he wants to be killed by his demon god, Aruma. That's what I think we're going to get from this. Is something akin to that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing this demonic transformation. The one we were fucking robbed of in the goddamn Jun arc. I'm glad we're getting it here. I'm glad we're getting the complete transformation now. I'm so happy we're getting this fucking complete transformation. This is something that should have happened ages ago. It should have. Am I happy that we're not getting the complete final game here? And like this is the final arc? That this is not the final arc? I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know. Part of me is annoyed because we had everything. This is kind of how I feel about like the Jun arc, where we had everything set up here. We got like the full backstory. We had everything connected with Kyo and Aruma. We got these great reveals. Then we got to the love game, and the tortures were it was like, what the fuck? We're really only doing that? After like the Jun arc, which had like we had great kills up in there? What? That's all we're getting? Especially for Azuma, considering Aruma is saying Azuma is suffering. Nah, that was not suffering. Azuma's death should have been way more brutal. It should have been way more brutal than that. That poison should have been more, it should have been way more potent. I wanted to see her suffer more. Fuck, this manga has made me a sadist, fictional sadist. She should have suffered way more. She should have suffered way goddamn more. But I'm happy that I'm getting a demonic awakening. Now, the other thing we gotta look at here is how everyone else is going to react. Specifically Reo. Because Reo is the one who can understand Aruma the best. And that's why I'm happy, again, this is why I'm happy Reo is here out of all of them. Like, Uda could have died for all I goddamn cared. I really didn't give a shit about if Uda died or not. Frankly, she could have died and it could have been just Kawana and Reo making it out. That's who I'm actually curious to see what happens now with Uda. Is Uda going to even make it out of there alive, or is she going to be taken out by the... If she gets taken out by the cult, I would not mind. If she sacrifices herself for justice, kind of like how... it won't be as bad as Kitami, but I could see Uda like sacrificing herself to the cult so that Reo and Kawana could get Aruma out of there. I could see that being the case. I do. But after that, though, it'll be interesting to see. The only other reason why I would want Uda to be alive, and I think you guys would probably want it too, is it would be very convenient to have someone on the inside in terms of the law enforcement. Because we know how corrupt the cops are, because there are cult members up in there. And it'd be very interesting to see how far up the chain the corruption goes. Because we know it's pretty far high up. We know how bad it is. We do. But I'm very curious what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that they're going to make it out alive? Do you think that the cult is going to, like, before they even get out of there, that Uda is going to get taken out? But this time it's going to be very interesting, because if, law enforcement makes it there, and this time we're going to see Aruma not go to jail this time. No, Aruma is going to leave and he's not going to jail. He's not. I'm so curious what we're going to get from this, though. That rampage is going to be so interesting. He might get institutionalized maybe, but I don't know. I'm very curious what you guys think we're going to get with this. Do you guys think that we're going to get the revenge, the like full-on awakening, the revenge rampage that we saw in the Jun arc? Do you think if you are a hero who seeks revenge shall exterminate with darkness, reader, do you think we're going to be getting the something akin to like Raul, where he's getting like becomes like a full-on, well, metaphorical demon kind of thing, and we get to see like some really, really sick... Dude, those revenges are so disgusting. They are gross. I can't wait to see who... Because he's going to target Momoki. If Momoki survives this, he's targeting Momoki. But let's be for real. Reo should be the one to kill Momoki. Reo deserves to get that kill on Momoki. And if what we saw here, in this arc was the setup for that, I will be okay with that. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're getting out of here, or do you think that this is going to be like, this is it, this is the final arc, we're going to finish it up? But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't. I think we'll get a little bit of a time skip. I think we are going to be getting obviously we're getting the rampage, but I think Reo's going to be the one to help Aruma control that demon inside him. That's going to be what it is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Juujika and Rokunin content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!